I think it was 1938. I was part of a very interesting circle of musicians, poets, filmmakers, actors, so that when there was a milieu of people who felt, and we all felt, that in some way we could change, from what we felt, we could change, bring changes to society. I think that was one of the important aspects of that period in all of us. There was a healthy optimism. We had no use for introverted, decadent, sick art of any kind. We felt that it was pointless, that it was selfish. And I think the worldview, the fact that one was part of big demonstrations, big affairs at Madison Square Garden, all of this gave one a sense of being part of a big community, of people whose taste and point of view was remarkable. I mean, when I think of the people who were part of our circle, I mean, not to mention when I go back over and talk about knowing Woody Guthrie, for example, but he wasn't the most. I mean, it was Aaron Copland, and it was Clifford Odets, and it was people who have since become names of importance in history. The Depression years, curiously enough, there was first the Wall Street crash, and that affected all those who were gambling on the stock market. Then at the same time, there were two natural disasters. One was the Dust Bowl, the overcultivating of the vast prairies in the middle of the country, so that the ground could no longer hold its soil, and winds just blew the topsoil off, so that one farmer after another found himself unable to farm his land, and they began to migrate. The planting of cotton was completely bleaching and leaching the soil, so that, again, people found themselves unable to live off the land, and they were thrown off the land very often because they were tenant farmers, and some of them were thrown off the land because they joined the sharecroppers union and were homeless. So all of this gave one the feeling that the country was in a mess. There, yes, that's it. That was very good, Sharon. You think you can keep that?
Felt it.
You can feel it?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it once more, just to see if you've got it locked in or not?
Yeah.
I know this is hard rehearsal, isn't it? Hmm? There.
I know it is. It's just getting to it. I'm afraid.
Ooh, tailbone under. All right, you've got to think of sending your hips forward into your knee and going against your back rather than doing that. Now go into your knee. Harmonica Breakdown really came from watching the performance of Sonny Terry. It was 1938. And the way he played, because he's blind, was so extraordinary, so original, so personal, that I decided right then and there that the way he moved and the kind of quality his music had, which was jazz, but it was folk, it was personal. No one ever has played like him. I decided that I must do a dance to that music. I found a record store in Greenwich Village, and I chose Harmonica Breakdown. I don't think I listened to any more. I think as soon as I heard that, I knew that was the record I was going to do the dance to. The beat is extremely important throughout the entire dance because that is the washboard sound. And that's one of the things I feel strongly. One of the beautiful things about the whole music score, the music, is that it's so rhythmic. It's rhythmic in the most intense kind of way. And even in the blues, it's rhythmic. Even though his voice, you'd say, does a rubato, it really doesn't. It stays on its pulse. And I think that's one of the I think I've always felt there are two things that have kept harmonica alive, and one is Sonny Terry's music. It's special. The walk was the inner line of the dance, went something like this. Gotta keep going, 'cause when I stop, I feels like moaning. And that really is comes out of a blues, Southern blues song. I didn't make it up, but that really works.